Oh God, I can't believe this is my first scope. I just I'll probably no one is probably watching this, but I've been a Prince fan for a million years. I mean, he was my first love basically, and I don't. How do you process something like this? Like I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure what to say. I'm 46 years old. I've been loving Prince since he came out. He was like my first imaginary boyfriend. I don't know. I'm just kind of speechless. How do you lose an artist like this who is the epitome of artistry, who not only sings but dances, plays instruments, is intelligent? I mean, Anderson, no, I don't believe it. It is real. It's on CNN right now. I know he had been sick recently. Um, but you see, I'm wearing purple. I'm wearing purple today. Purple is like one of my favorite colors, and I'm just crazy. This is my first scope, so I know I look crazy. I'm not prepared for it at all. I'm probably not even doing it right, but I had to get on here and say something because this man, he's too important to music. He's too important to our pop culture. He's too important for everything to just be gone. I'm confused. I mean, when Michael Jackson died, exactly, purple every day. When Michael Jackson died, it hurt me, but I was kind of prepared for that because we all know that Michael, had issues with prescription drugs and everything else. And but Prince is he wasn't he like a vegan? He ate clean. He was spiritual, Jehovah's Witness. I mean, I'm sure he wasn't perfect in every aspect of his life, but it's Prince. Like, you don't expect for Prince to be dead at the age of 57. Like, I'm looking back and forth up to CNN as I'm talking to you guys, but like, I'm just speechless. I'm rambling. If you guys like, what are some of your favorite like Prince songs? What are your favorite Prince memories? Like, yeah, Prince passed away. He passed away this morning. He had the flu recently, and I guess we lost a great one. I know I'm in shock. I'm definitely in shock. As you can see, I have on purple. Purple is my favorite color. I wear it all the time. Even like I'm on my iPad. My iPad, the cover is purple. I know I'm rambling, but even for my talent show at school, in high school, I performed all Prince songs. I wrote poems about him. I tried to do my hair like him. Tried to get my eyebrows done like him. Tried to look like him. Um, it's just, we're sitting here talking about an amazing artist, and people are coming on here talking crap. I mean, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Nobody wants to hear that today or any day. You know. Hi, hi, Adrian. I mean, are you guys Prince fans? Are you shocked just like me? Because I'm, I don't know what to do. This is my very first scope, my very first Periscope, and I was gonna wait to do this in a couple weeks because I'm a writer and I want to build my writing brand. He had the flu. They're saying that he had the flu, but I still think that they're trying to investigate to see what happened. they're showing now. Let me show you. They're showing now on CNN like different celebrities are coming on, and they're basically talking about the importance of his music, the importance of his life. Um, Latoya Jackson just tweeted something out. Her condolences. Other artists are talking about him. Exactly, exactly. Michael Jackson, Whitney. Like, how, we're always going to have good music. We're always going to have great artistry, but to me, he is the architect of a lot of artists and a lot of music that we have right now. And I know he took his influence a lot from Sammy Davis Jr., from James Brown, but exactly, Nisi, like, I still don't believe it. He, right, Adrian, he's like the inspiration of many artists today. You know, not just the music, but like the fashion, the hairstyles, the lifestyle. I'm just, I know I'm rambling. This is ridiculous. I'm usually a much better speaker than this, but this is, it's just unbelievable. It does. It makes you, really remember how fragile life can be. This is someone that took excellent care of his health. You know, this man has never been overweight. He's always ate clean. You know, in all his interviews, he talks about, his great diet. Yeah, exactly. In very good shape, singer, dancer, and an athlete. He played basketball, other sports. You never really heard anything bad about him as far as abusing drugs or anything like that. So I honestly thought that he was going to be around, at least until he was like in his 70s or 80s. Like a lot of these young artists, they need somebody like Prince to, look up to emulate. Exactly. Prince, Luther, Michael, Whitney, Natalie. These are like people of quality, of substance, of talent that we don't have anymore. And like I said, we still have great artists. We have young artists, but it just, I'm still kind of bugged out. And Vanity, who she was his protege, years ago, she just passed away, a few months ago. And I remember him being in concert, and he kind of broke down and he talked about that. And now today we're talking about him. I never really expected that to occur and to be true. Like, I'm still hoping that it's not true, but I know it is true. This is crazy. I'm just listening to a little bit of what they're saying about him.
Who sort of emerged out of that Prince era, who don't really conform to society, and so he sort of told us it was okay to be an individual and to be different, and that you didn't have to fit into a certain category.
These reporters deserve and earn every penny, because if I was a reporter out there today, I know I'm on here talking, but I don't think I could be as eloquent as these people are being right now, because I would just lose it. I mean, it's like the musical fabric of our lives. Don Lemon, sometimes he gets on my nerves, but he's doing a good job today. Oh my gosh. Prince, I think, didn't he come out when he was 19 years old? 19 years old, playing the guitar, writing his own lyrics, had a sound that we hadn't really heard before. Yeah, CNN, they're good. Like, they don't always do the right thing, but whenever there's breaking news like this, I never believe it until CNN has confirmed it for whatever reason. earlier today, TMZ broke the news, and TMZ, they're first with a lot of different things, but for this, I wasn't going to give that to them. I was going to wait until CNN acknowledged it to be true, because this is some serious business right here. This is like, you know, pop, rock, R&B royalty right here. This is not a game. Exactly. Yeah, you always have to double check. And I have a news background. I used to work in news in radio years ago, and so I know about checking sources. I don't just believe the first report that I hear. Just sitting here talking about it is kind of helpful, because I was sitting here about to tear my room up and go crazy, because I just, it's kind of hard to believe. I still don't believe it. I'm watching this, I'm talking, I'm hearing what everyone is saying, but it's just really, really hard to believe that Prince is gone. All right, you guys. I think I'm going to go take a walk, maybe get something to drink. Something. Thank you guys. You know, like I said, this is my first scope. I don't have a large audience yet. Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate you stopping by. Uh, I'm going to follow you right now. And thank you, and good luck with whatever you're working on. I don't know if you're a writer too. Oh, you're new to this too, yeah. I watch a lot of different periscopes. I wasn't really ready to do it. And then when this happened today, I needed to express myself in some kind of way. Um, I, I I keep looking back up at the TV, hoping that this is a mistake, and it's not a mistake. It's real. What are some of you guys thinking about this? Do you believe it? Because I don't. It's a very sad day. Very sad day. I mean, he's my favorite artist. I mean, over the years, you know, when your favorites get older, you kind of might be disconnected from them a little bit. You know, like his most recent music, I may not have liked every song like how I did. Nope, there will never be another Prince. I may not have liked every song like I used to when he was younger, but he was still my heart. He was still my heart. The last time I saw him in concert, actually, because I live in New York, and I think he did a live concert at Bryant Park. When Good Morning America would do those music specials in the summer, and I showed up at Bryant Park like 4 o'clock in the morning just so I could get a good spot on that lawn, so I could see him. And I've seen him in concert as well when I lived in Detroit at Cobo Hall. That was one of my first concerts that my mom took me to. So it feels like your childhood has died. Right. He's very unique as well, in everything that he did. Like, this is somebody whose music I've been listening to since I was a child. Like my mother, even though she knew he was a little sexual and advanced for me, it was just, I really liked him. So she bought his music for me. She allowed me to go see Purple Rain when I was really too young to be going to see Purple Rain. Michael Jackson was one thing, Whitney in 2012. I think Michael died in 2009. I just, every time one of the big ones like that died, I always felt like a comfort. I was just like, you know what? I know Prince is just going to be here for us. Because, as much as we love Whitney, as much as we love Michael, we know that they had issues that they were dealing with as far as with substances and things like that. And Prince never had that, at least not to my knowledge, not to my knowledge. So it was always like a security that you felt. And I just feel like all of that has been taken away from me. You know, yeah, it's just so unexpected. And I cried a little bit earlier. I was on the phone with a friend and we cried together about it. But I just know that for the rest of this year, I'm going to be emotionally affected by that. Probably for the rest of my life, I'm going to be emotionally affected by this because um, he's just an amazing artist. And at the age of 57, you know, I know the flu, whenever you get pneumonia or the flu, it can take you up out of here. I lost my mom in 2013, and she was sick for 3 days with uh, the flu, and then she got pneumonia, and she passed, and she was 60. So hearing this news again, someone that obviously I don't know personally, but thank you, Adrian. Somebody who I think art is such that you don't have to know the person personally. Whenever someone creates something that you can relate to, like music or poetry, or writes a book or something like that, and it touches you in a deep way, it's almost like you do share a kinship with them. You do share some sort of, friendship, and not, being a crazed fan. There are those fans out there who, take it a little bit too far. But to enjoy somebody's creativity and their artistry, they become a part of your life. And Prince has been a part of my life since I had a life. I was like a little girl, when his first song came out, and I remember hearing him on the radio. And at first I thought it was a woman, really. And I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, who's that lady singing? And I guess she did some research, and she was like, No, baby, that's a man. And I just, every time his songs came on, they just made me happy. And I just became a huge fan. I had his posters all over my wall. Every album, yeah, back then they were called albums. Every album he had, I bought. Saved up my money. I went to his concerts. I dressed like him. Purple has been my favorite color. I have it on today. Um, Coincidence, or maybe there are no coincidences. Maybe I put this on, maybe knowing deep down that something like this is going to happen. I don't know. But I really love Prince, and I'm heartbroken. I feel broken inside because he's my favorite artist. So I think I'm going to go. Um, you guys, other Prince fans out there, you guys take care of yourselves, and I don't know, just take care of your health, be mindful. I, recently just went to the doctor this week to go get some issues checked out, and it's not something that you like to do, but as women, especially when you get to be a certain age, certain things start to change, and you have to go get yourself checked out. And don't be afraid to go to the doctor, everybody. Like I said, I don't know. He said he had the flu, but we know how busy he was with traveling and things like that. I don't know what could have occurred, but always take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, um, because exactly, always remind your mom. And like if you have sisters, and you men too, sometimes men, they don't go to the doctor as often as they should. You guys, we need you. We need you to be around. You see how personally affected I am by somebody that I did not even know. Imagine a family member or a friend, just, having a health issue that they could have, had treatment for. And again, we don't know if this is the case in Prince's case because, he's a man of means. Of course, he's, able to go, to the doctor and do everything and get the kinds of treatments that, other people might not have. So the flu and things like that, sometimes they just, sneak up on you. H1N1, is that some sort of virus or the flu virus, Adrian? Oh, it seemed like a normal cold. Whenever you're feeling any type of difference in your body, go get it checked out. That's what I recently did. And it was not fun waiting in the doctor's office, but you have to go get things checked out. We got off topic a little bit, but I basically was saying my disbelief at the fact that Prince, the artist formerly known as Prince Rogers Nelson, has passed away today at the age of 57. Some of you guys may not know that if you're at work or whatever, but I'm a huge Prince fan. I'm wearing purple today. That was his favorite color. It's my favorite color. And I jumped on here because this is my first scope, you guys. This is my very first scope. I was planning on starting to scope because I'm a writer. I have an agent. She's trying to sell my first novel. And I wanted to start scoping to build my writer's audience. But today, I just jumped on here for this because this is crazy. I'm originally from Detroit, but I live in New York. And I don't even remember what I've said, but a lot of you, I don't know how old you guys are. I'm in my 40s. So, hi there. Prince has been in my life ever since I had a life. So, and I'm a music lover. I'm an arts lover. And Prince, he was my first boyfriend in my head. He was my first crush. If you guys are young, maybe you didn't have posters, but when I was growing up, I read music magazines like Right On and The Beat and all that kind of stuff, Tiger Beat, and they would have posters of different music artists, and my room was plastered. Like my ceiling was plastered, my walls. I would look to the left and look to the right, and there would be a Prince poster. There's a famous Prince poster with him in a shower, and I had that posted on my wall. I kind of had to hide that one after a while in the closet. But I'm just rambling because I can't believe that Prince Rogers Nelson is gone from us. I keep looking back and forth up to the television because on CNN they have people on here, and I think this is Prince's first manager.
It was the real deal. The music had
His
crossed
name is
many,
Owen
many barriers.
Husney, and he's talking about Prince right now.
It was just beyond, and I knew at that point that I was going to have to commit my life to him at that point in time. Okay. And I was going to have to, he was very young, he just turned 18, he was living in Andre Simone's basement on the north side of Minneapolis. And I knew that I would have to protect him for a while, and I think that was my,
Prince was
my role.
I think 18 or 19 when he first came out.
I was compelled to do it because of his talent, and didn't meet him until a few days later, actually.
Well, before we talk about the meeting, and I want details, I want to hear what he sounded like at 18, because what a lot of people may not realize, he had music in his blood from when he was itty-bitty. His parents were musicians, his mother a jazz singer, his father had a piano. From what I understand, he was writing songs on his dad's piano back from when he was like 7. So when you heard him on that demo at 18, what did it sound like?
Again, I'm going back to the sheer music that was...
I'm coming back on here to kind of talk about the importance of living your dream, because as shocked and as sad as I am, and I know a lot of you guys are too, I think Prince, being the artist that he was, he wouldn't want us to be sad. And I know that's cliche because somebody that you care for and that you love and they die, even if you didn't know them, you're going to be sad. But Prince was all about art. So I don't know what some of you guys do, whether you're writers, whether you're authors, whether you're entrepreneurs, whatever you're doing, use something like this as inspiration, because even though, Prince, at the age of 57 is entirely too young, in our opinion, to be gone from us. But look at all the wonderful things he created and he left us with, all the music, all the art. And if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, either professionally or artistically or in any aspect of your life, you need to be doing that right now, because you never know when it could be over. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to me. Out.